All right, you guys. So today we are going to get a look at the Black Series Darth Vader helmet, guys. Absolutely awesome. Very, very cool, guys. So I actually was going to skip this particular item in my solo haul for the new Star Wars items that came out on the 13th of this month. Because the retail price here in the US is about $99 on this. And there was actually a couple of things in my haul that I wasn't going to get. I wasn't going to get the large size Falcon. I ended up getting that. And incidentally, guys, I haven't reviewed the majority of the new solo figures and items from the new line of solo figures simply because the new app has not been updated yet for the Force Link 2.0 that gives you all the additional characters and sounds and phrases from the characters and sounds from the vehicles. So I haven't even opened up any of those particular items yet because I am waiting for the Force Link to update and get all the additional sounds so we can get a proper review of those items, guys. So those things are just sitting up waiting for me to review. Force Link is to be updated on the 1st of May. That's pretty much the deadline. Supposed to be before then or on May 1st. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. But just a little side note there, guys. If you're waiting on the Force Link videos and all of the solo items to be reviewed, guys, I promise you they're coming shortly. I have them sitting up in the room, guys. I'm just waiting to get that update on the Force Link, guys. So today we are going to get a look at the Darth Vader helmet from Hasbro Black Series. Very, very cool. As I said, I was going to pass up on this particular item, but then I thought about it for a second. GameStop has these available for $99, basically $110 with tax and all of that good stuff. And I had a bunch of reward points built up, as well as a few games that I could turn in to get a discount on this guy. I figured what better item to use all of those discounts for. So I combined all of that to get more than 50% off on this particular guy right here. I got him for $55, guys. So I'm really, really excited about that. Got a really, really cool discount on this guy. We're gonna get a look at this bad boy, and as we always do, we're gonna get a look at the box, guys. So let's go ahead and get that done. So on the front, we have a really cool illustration of the helmet itself. Really looking very, very awesome. We also have a depiction of Vader there off to the side. We have the information on the character itself, Darth Vader, right there. We also have the 3 different parts that the helmet comes in. Comes with the top portion, and then of course the helmet, the main helmet portion itself, and then of course the collar portion of the helmet as well. So really, really cool. So guys, getting the box off to its side, and we have a side view of the helmet, which is really awesome. And as you can see, the lining, the line of the helmet right there. So you get a really good side profile of the helmet right there, and really, really cool. And then of course we have our Imperial symbol on the side here. Again, Darth Vader's information there off to the side with the red Imperial banner right there. So very awesome, as well as the Star Wars symbol right there at the bottom of the helmet. So really cool. And then on the back of the box, guys, we get a lot of detailed information on the helmet itself. Really, really cool, guys. So what we're gonna do is get a quick zoom in on this, and we're gonna get a look at all of the readables on this thing right
All
here.
right, you guys, and getting a look at the back of the box, guys. Again, we have a lot of detailed information on the helmet right here. So getting a look at all of that information, giving you guys a really close look at all of that information. We have some really cool schematics of the helmet, some really cool information in regards to the helmet, an inside look on the back side of the helmet. So really awesome. I love the detail on the collar. Cannot wait to pop this thing out of the box. But again, we have on the top left-hand corner Star Wars, the Black Series, and then next to that again the Imperial symbol with Darth Vader's information. Underneath that again we have Darth Vader's information in red, and then of course we have all of the information that is available on the helmet. So we're going to go ahead and get a look at that. And it states, realistically detailed interior and exterior reproduction of Darth Vader's iconic helmet. So really cool information there, and of course the rest of it is in different languages there. We also have what it includes. It includes the helmet unassembled. It also states that it has a display stand and instructions, which is cool. I didn't know that. So that is very awesome. And then again, as we said, guys, we have some really cool schematics here of the helmet itself. And then all of the information here is written in Arabic, if I have the Star Wars language correct, and I hope I do. But that's really cool there. So that is awesome information there. And then of course we also, as I mentioned, get a good look on the back side of the helmet right there. So really cool information here. And then of course at the bottom, it does take two AAA battery guys. So you want to make sure you have some AAA batteries on hand for this guy. But it's really cool that it only takes two of them. I thought it would take a lot more for this, for what it does, but that's really awesome. The Stormtrooper helmet that I actually have right here as well takes 3 batteries, if I'm not mistaken. So it's cool that the Vader helmet only takes 2. So again, we have Disney, Hasbro, and really cool backside of the box. So really cool stuff there.
All right, guys, and then we're gonna get a look at the other side of the box, which gives you a really cool, again, illustration of the helmet and the 3 different pieces of the helmet right there. And then of course we have the full helmet in its complete form. Very cool Star Wars logo, Imperial symbol, Darth Vader information once again. Then we kind of have this little very cool grid looking print here above and underneath the helmet. So that is really cool and awesome looking stuff there, guys. And then back over to the front of the box. And then of course on the top of the box, and I usually forget to feature the top of the box, but on the top of the box we have some cool stuff there. We have Darth Vader right there, Black Series. Very cool, guys. So what do you say we go ahead and pull this thing out of the box? We've had enough of looking at the box. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this puppy and get a look at what it right, you guys. So we have them all out of the box, looking absolutely awesome. This thing is very awesome. I can tell you, I mean, obviously with any Star Wars nut, any Star Wars fan, who wouldn't want a Darth Vader helmet as a part of their collection? I remember seeing this. I can't remember when the first version of the helmet actually came out, or if it was just a mask. Of course, I had the Halloween mask. It was just a simple Darth Vader mask. I did that costume as a kid. But I remember seeing the first version of the helmet come out as a kid, and I can't remember what year it was. And obviously it was something I always wanted but really couldn't afford, so never got around to getting one. As I mentioned, I was actually going to pass on this because there was so much other stuff that I was going to need to get, and you know, I'm not a real big bucket head, you know, as far as helmets go, but there are some essentials that you have to have. I think a regular OT Stormtrooper helmet is one of the essentials you should have. And then of course Darth Vader is also awesome. And then I would say Luke Skywalker his helmet would be the third of the essential helmets that you should have, even if you're not a true buckethead. I'm really excited to have this. I'm very glad that I was able to get it at the very good price that I was able to get it at, and it's absolutely awesome, guys. So as you can see, we have the top part of the helmet here. We also have the mask itself. There's also an additional piece. I don't know exactly where it goes. We do have our instruction booklet right here, guys. Really cool, and just get you guys a really good close look at that, guys. This is the instruction booklet right here. Very awesome. We have Vader on the front side of it. We get it opened up and shows where the batteries go in right there. So we're going to get all that done, of course. And then we open it up a little bit further. There's some readable information there. On the other side, it tells you other information about the helmet, where the magnets are, so the top part connects. It tells you about the strap on the back side, the proper fitting, and how to set the mask properly to the bottom portion, the collar portion of the helmet. So really, sorry about the glare, guys, but really cool information there with our instruction booklet. And then, guys, to get you a look at the mask with the helmet off, we're gonna place this over here, just off to the side here, guys. Make sure it doesn't get scratched up. So really cool detail, as you guys can see right here. And I'm gonna pull it up a bit closer to the camera so you guys can really get a good look at the detail on this guy. Really good detail, guys. And again, I apologize for the glare, but as you can see, it's just really awesome with the little connections all on the front side. And then of course you get the lenses there, the mask, the nose, just really cool. And then to get you a look on the inside, guys, and I really want to get you a good look at the inside, guys. There's nice padding here on the top. Some padding on the side there. It's really cool. You can see there's more detail in the neck collar. It's really very detailed on the inside. If you get a chance to look at the Tashi Station YouTube channel, again, John does a really good comparison between this particular version of the Vader mask and a competitor version of the mask. And I can tell you, it sold me on this particular version because of all of the detail that comes on this version of the Vader mask versus what you get with one of the top competitors. And I forget the competitor's name again. I believe it's EXF, if I'm not mistaken. So really cool detail on the top of the helmet, guys. Just really awesome job with your Black Series helmet. You have the tips there. They're plastic, but they give you that metal chrome look. So really awesome detail, guys. So obviously what we are going to get done next, guys, is get the batteries input into this thing, get it on, try it on, and let's see if the Father speaks. All right, you guys. So we have our batteries inserted on the inside, guys. Let's get a listen to a couple of the sound effects that we have available on the helmet, guys. So off to the side right here, towards the bottom, there's a small little button that you press. So that is very cool. You get that really cool, awesome breathing effect right there. So that's really awesome, guys. So let's go ahead and we're gonna pull this thing apart a little bit and see what else we get from. And then also, guys, it is magnetized. So this does, once you put it on to this part of the mask, it will get magnetized and stay on really, really well. What we're gonna do now is pull the top portion of the mask off of the collar portion, and let's see what sound effect we get then. All right, guys, so what's really, really cool is when you pull this portion of the helmet off from the collar, it is magnets that hold it together, but when you pull it off, I want you to hear the sound effect. Very, very cool. And then when you place it back on, you get that really cool sound effect from episode 3 when the mask is connected. So that's really, really awesome. Pull it back off here. So really cool. So now that we have the collar down to the bottom part, let's see what sound effect we get now. That is awesome. That is my favorite breathing sound effect when Vader is down, obviously in episode 6. And it's just really, really cool that they give you the variety of sound effects, breathing sound effects with the mask here. So that is really, really awesome. And I thought that was a really nice touch. But guys, getting you a look at the inside collar itself with the full helmet off. Again, lots of detail on the inside of the mask. Just giving you a little bit of what Vader goes through as he's wearing the mask. So really, really cool stuff, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing on, and let's see how comfortable it is to wear. Very cool to have to play with, but let's see how comfortable it is to have on.
Tell your sister you're right about me. Tell your sister you were right.
Don't know the power of the dark side. Search your feelings, the Emperor. You know this to be your master. No more disintegration. Revenge is not the Jedi way. When last we met, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
So it's really not truly uncomfortable to wear this, but just like the Stormtrooper mask, you kind of get, it can get warm in here. The lenses get fogged up. They're starting to get a little bit fogged up now as I'm talking. So, I mean, you know, you get your normal standard issues that you get with the helmets, but it's really, really cool and very, very awesome. Now, one thing that I noticed is you only get the breathing feature,
which is really, really cool. You put on your best Darth Vader voice changer, and
they did away with the voice changer, basically, and kind of leave the voicing up to you.
but you still get the very cool breathing effect. So really cool and awesome. They do have some customizations that you can do with the Stormtrooper helmet, voice changer on the Stormtrooper helmet, and I'm sure they have some voice changer options that they may have for this particular helmet as well. But I'm probably pretty much going to leave the helmet as is. As I said, I'm not a true buckethead, but obviously this is a very, very cool and awesome bucket or helmet to have in your collection. So very, very awesome.
And then the
really
helmet also comes
guys.
with this
It
really
is
cool
truly
display piece, which is just basically a piece of plastic, but it's a sturdy plastic, very cool plastic, as you can see, in black, and it has these cool little grooves. And you simply place it underneath the collar, the back collar portion. You place it underneath the back collar portion of the helmet, like so. And it allows the helmet to sit up, as you can see right here. And then if we get the helmet on there properly, and again, it is magnetic, so the helmet should clamp itself down as it just did there. And now you can properly display your Darth Vader helmet on your shelf or what have you. So really, really cool piece. I'm very, very glad that I picked this up and was ecstatic that I was able to get it for the price that I was able to get it for. But it is well worth the full retail price of $99 in my opinion. I think it's an awesome piece. I think any real hardcore Star Wars collector should at least, even if you're not a true buckethead as I am not, you should at least have a version of the Darth Vader helmet somewhere on your display case. So I'm very proud to say that I do at least have a version of the Darth Vader helmet. Most important to put out on what display. Are your thoughts? So really, really what do you think about the Darth Vader helmet? Is it something that you're considering to pick up for your collection? Are you concerned about the price tag, especially for those who are overseas? I do follow a couple of Australian collectors, Red Leader 1 and are two of my favorite YouTubers from Australia. And I have noticed that they've had a little bit of trouble picking up certain items in the new line of Star Wars toys, as well as the exaggerated pricing on a lot of the stuff that they get over there. Sometimes it's even double what we pay over here in the States. And for those of you around the world, in the UK, wherever you are, let me know what your experience is. Is an item like this really too expensive to even consider? I can tell you at $99, considering all of the stuff that I wanted to pick up for this new line of toys that we just got, it was something that I really did not think that I was going to pick up, and I was able to get a really good discount on it. And so now I am very happy to have it in my collection. But again, if I had to pay the full price of $99 for it, I would have gladly done so. So really, really cool and very, very awesome piece to have in my collection. So guys, there it is. Very, very cool, very awesome. Because the fingerprints do show up on it. One other thing I wanted to mention, and I had to actually wipe it down. As you saw in the initial stages of the video, I wasn't using any gloves, and then I noticed I was getting a lot of fingerprints all over the place. With this particular piece, you want to be very, very careful and not put your fingerprints all over it, because it is really, really hard to get those fingerprints off of it once you started to get a collection of fingerprints on it. So just a word of caution in that regard, guys. But again, I want to thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the